For the first time in 4 years, the federal government released data on the American teaching force. Here's some of what we learned. There are about 3.8 million public school teachers in the U.S. That's around 400,000 more than the last time the Education Department measured. The average U.S. teacher is white, female, and has about 14 years of experience. She's 42 years old, and she earns about $55,000 a year. On an average week, she puts in about 53 hours of school-related work. Looking nationally, the teaching force has a long way to go in terms of diversity. 80% of teachers are white, 9% are Hispanic, 7% are Black, and 2% are Asian. These teachers are working with a student population that looks really different from themselves. These days, white students are actually in the minority. There are more Black, Asian, and Hispanic students than white students in public schools. There are some signs that the teaching force is getting more diverse. 4 years ago, 82% of teachers were white, so that's gone down a little bit. And the percentage of Hispanic teachers has gone up in that time as well, from 8 to 9%. Gender diversity, though, that's gotten a little worse. 77% of teachers are women. In the last survey, it was 76%. We also learned a bit about the differences between charter school teachers and traditional public school teachers in the survey, and the differences are pretty significant. As you may know, charter schools receive public dollars, so they're considered public schools as well. But they can be run by for-profit or nonprofit entities rather than the school district, so they have a little more leeway than traditional public schools do. About 6% of teachers work in charter schools, or about 200,000 of the 3.8 million teachers. These teachers tend to be a little less experienced than their peers in traditional public schools. They have about an average of 10 years of teaching under their belts versus 14. Charter school teachers are much less likely to have a master's degree than traditional public school teachers. And charter school teachers are a little bit more diverse than their traditional public school peers. 14% of charter school teachers are Hispanic versus 9% of traditional public school teachers. 9% are Black and 71% are white. However, charter schools tend to be located in cities, so it makes sense that their demographics would look a little bit different than the rest of schools nationally. The survey was recently redesigned, so the next set of results will be out in 2 years instead of 4.